Dear friends, dear brothers and sisters, celebrating community, thank you for this opportunity to bring greetings from the European Evangelical Alliance. Congratulations for your 20th anniversary from the staff and the board of the European Evangelical Alliance. I know that your history goes back much further than 20 years, but it is 20 years in the present format, which is celebrated also by your sister organization in Norway. I'm rejoicing with you that you celebrate at the same time John Stott's 100th birthday. John Stott was an important and influential theologian for the evangelical movement, as expressed in the Evangelical Alliance, as well as the Lausanne movement. This made me reach into my bookshelf and I got this out, a great publication of John Stott, Issues Facing Christianity Today, 30 years old and yet surprisingly relevant. My name is Thomas Bucher. I'm the General Secretary of the European Evangelical Alliance. I'm also chairman of the board of a local church in Zurich. I'm married, have 4 children and 6 grandchildren. What I appreciate about the collaboration with the Swedish Evangelical Alliance. The Swedish Evangelical Alliance is the expression of the worldwide Evangelical Alliance family in Sweden. Thank you for what you're doing. You're discerning what is happening in Sweden, and you take spiritual responsibility. You facilitate collaboration and you make available resources. You represent evangelicals at the national level, and you especially support the local church to do their job in their community. Lately, actually this year, you have reformed the missions movement under the roof of the Evangelical Alliance as an important and integral part. Congratulations. This is a daunting task you are considering. You are having limited resources, but you do have an impact. Thank you as well for participating on the European level in working groups and giving good input. The Swedish Evangelical Alliance engages very actively and is much appreciated. Let me touch on challenges of the Swedish Evangelical Alliance. There is one underlying big topic which drives a lot of the issues we are faced with. Individual freedom connected with minority rights. Individual freedom as defined in human rights is fine, very helpful, liberating. But today, it is understood that in many areas of life, I can make my own choices. I do make my own choices, regardless of others. And most interestingly, it is connected very often with minority rights. Minorities claiming special rights, minorities becoming very vocal about those rights and swallowing up liberal society with their demands and claims. This shapes the understanding of tolerance. If it is not tolerated to speak up what my convictions are because of political correctness towards a minority, we are faced with a fundamental challenge. Freedom of religion or belief is at stake. With this, freedom of conscience and freedom of speech. Ultimately, sharing the gospel and speaking up on matters which we see as evil from a Christian viewpoint will not be allowed in the public arena. We might be faced with a cold wind in our faces in the days to come. This leads me to the next point. As European Evangelical Alliance, we have decided that we will be measured against having involved in what we are doing equally all ages, women and men, and ethnic minorities. This means making space for young people. They are not just, as often called, the leaders of the future. They should lead and shape the Evangelical Alliance today together with other generations. The same is true for women and ethnic minority groups. We should not only talk about them, but let them be part in our discussions, decisions, and in the practical application. May God give you wisdom, joy, perspective, and may your contribution found to be fruitful and a blessing to your nation and beyond. Thank you.